Predictably, the biased press is coming to Joe Biden's defense after it was revealed Biden illegally possessed classified documents from his time as VP and stashed them in an unsecured office building for 6 years. CNN dismissing any comparisons with last summer's Mar-a-Lago raid, arguing the circumstances between the situations are completely different. They say, unlike Trump, Biden supposedly cooperated with authorities. Yeah, after 6 years. Right. What they don't tell you is that unlike Trump, who served as president, Biden took the documents when he was vice president. Biden could not declassify documents as vice president. Only a president can do that. And what access did China have to these documents? Our next guest is a man who needs no introduction, David Horowitz. He's one of the country's leading conservative thinkers. Did you know David was once a left-winger? A far radical left-winger, but he defected. He understood the danger and the threat the left poses to our freedoms. He's the author of many bestsellers, including the #1 bestseller, Dark Agenda. His new book warns about the corruption in Washington and the dangers of double standards set by the left. It's called Final Battle. The next election may be the last. He says it's the most important book he has ever written. He joins me now. Mr. Horowitz, great to have you back. Your reaction to the revelations that Joe Biden illegally possessed classified documents for 6 years before handing them over under the cover of darkness before the midterms?
Of course we have double standards. If we had a single standard, the Biden family would be in jail for taking bribes from our arch enemies, the Chinese. Unexplained what kind of influence China bought with that money. There's a much more horrendous double standard that affects the border. Donald Trump had reduced the influx of illegal criminals, basically, crossing our border. And he determined that he was going to secure the border firmly so that he would deport all illegals. So he arrested a number of adults as part of the process. You have to put them through a legal process. And they were arrested, and their children were left with Border Patrol people who took care of them in facilities that Obama had built. The left went nuts with Joe Biden in the lead, saying that Donald Trump had ripped they all use the same words, ripped these babies out of their mother's arms and put them in cages, which were reminiscent of Auschwitz. That's what they said. That's what Biden said. Actually, there were 4,000 children, they were accompanied minors, their parents were there, who were left in the care of Border Patrol for a brief period of time. Trump actually caved under this pressure of saying that he had ripped children, babies, out of their mother's arms and put them in concentration camps. So after 2 months, he terminated the policy. Biden, when he got to be president, invited unaccompanied minors to come to this country and to pursue that 1,000-mile journey through jungles where they drowned, where they were raped. 250,000 unaccompanied minors. That's the scale of the double standard. It's the greatest crime committed by any president of the United States against people generally and against Americans in particular. The breach of the border.
You're not lying. The amount of death at the border under Democrats is horrific. And don't forget that you've got Joe Biden, who is enriching communist China, because communist China is providing all of that fentanyl that's coming in. So this is just another revenue stream that Joe Biden and the Democrat Party have opened up. And all it's costing is 108,000 American lives last year alone. And the fentanyl continues to stream in.
That's more deaths than we suffered per year in World War II. 107,000. It's a total nightmare, what's happened.
It is.
And the number of criminals that are coming across is in the hundreds of thousands, if not the millions. In 2018, there was a government accounting office study of illegals who had wound up in American jails. 700, this is between 2011 and 2016 when the influx rate was much lower. 730,000 illegals were in American prisons and jails. They had been arrested 4.9 million times, which means they were arrested over and over again. They had committed 7.5 million crimes, 1 million drug crimes, 500,000 assaults, 133,000 sexual assaults, 51,000 kidnappings, 33,000 murders, and 1,500 of them had been arrested for terrorist attacks. Now you can imagine,
Mr. Horowitz, we have got so much more. We've got so much more to uncover throughout the week, and I'm glad we had you on for the week because I know you have more chapters in this book you want to reveal to the audience. So we will talk again tomorrow. David Horowitz, everybody. His new book, Final Battle, it paints a shocking picture of the left's plan to take over America. Uniparty rule, my friends. You may say it can never happen in America, but Mr. Horowitz is going to show you it's already happening. You need to get a copy of the #1 Amazon bestseller. Final Battle is in bookstores everywhere, or check it out for free. And an offer from Newsmax, save $28. Just call or go online. Don't miss out on this book, Final Battle.